and welcome to episode 106 of the Graceful Tangle podcast. I'm Amy Kate. Thank you so much for joining me today. As always, I have quite a bit of projects to share with you guys today, so I'm excited to hop right into the making content. But before that, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do that. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. Today is currently Sunday, May 22nd. I had to think about that for a second, but it is currently the 22nd. I can't believe this month is nearing completion. I have a little over a week left, and it's crazy. I feel like May, so much happens in May, and now it's like almost over. It's very strange, but we are pretty much into summer here in Alabama. It has been hot this past week. Temperatures in the 90s, but yeah, I'm not really complaining. It's just hot. That's all there is to it. We are leaving on a trip that I'll talk about later in the episode tomorrow, which is going to be really exciting, but it means that today is very chaotic because it takes a lot to get 6 people out of the house and ready for a week-long trip. Kind of crazy. But all of that aside, I'm so happy you joined me for episode 106 of this podcast. Like I said, I have quite a few projects to share with you guys. Some progress on mini projects, and then a couple of fun things that I am planning to take on the road. So small, compact, and mindless is the name of the game over the next week. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it with a finished object. I have one FO to share this week that is not a design. I do have a design FO to share too, so I'm excited about that. But I finished this pair of socks that I shared last week. So this uses April's Knit Crate yarn. So it's this really pretty orange color, pretty color accurate. It's back here, it's more accurate, I think. I used my own pattern, the Birch Shorties. I think I might have said Birch socks last week. I honestly don't know, but these are shorty socks. That said, you can very easily adjust the leg to be whatever length that you want, and instructions are provided in the pattern on how to do that. So don't let, shorties sway you from making these socks. I really love this pattern. It's really mindless, but it provides just a little bit of, I don't know, it's just really fun. The texture is only on the front of the sock, so you always have the last half, back half, whatever, of the sock to focus on just stockinette. The stitch pattern is really intuitive, so you can very easily tell what row of the pattern that you are on, and it's just harder to get confused about it. So I really love this sock pattern, and I think they turned out so cute. Like I said, I used the yarn from April's Knit Crate. There was a little bit of a shipment delay, so I've been doing videos every month for Knit Crate unboxings, but April's Knit Crate didn't even come until the beginning of May this time, and so I just decided to share the project that I made from it weekly on the podcast here. That said, I did receive May's Knit Crate in the mail this week, and so I'm going to be releasing a video later this week on what's included in that box. So I'm excited to release that video to you guys. But I love how these socks turned out. They're super cute, very, very cozy. I am excited to wear them once the weather cools down a little bit later in the year. That is the plan. Okay, let's see. I do have, I think, only one, actually, work in progress that I'm currently working on, that I have honestly been working on for quite a while now, but I'm still fully enjoying it. So let's go ahead and chat about that for a few minutes. Okay, so this whip is something that I planned to have done before now, like totally, completely done before this week, but it's almost done. I'll be finishing it throughout the next week, of course. I absolutely love this project. It has been so much fun to work on, and I'm itching to finish it up so that I can use it. I am making this bag. It is included in Tony's Tunisian Crochet Handbook. Book is one of the patterns that are included in it. I am fully enjoying it. So this is a Tunisian crocheted bag, and my goal was to have it done before I filmed this episode, but I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because it's going to give me a much better opportunity to show you the construction of this bag, because it's very, very interesting. Okay, so I started the front panel right about here. You can kind of see a little join right along this line here. So this, actually let's hold it this way. This is the entire front panel. So I started down here, did this section of the gray, went into the section of the blue, and then I created the hole for the first handle. And then for the opposite side, you join back to your foundation chain, work all the way up, and then you'll create the handle the exact same way. Fold it in half, like this, and then seam up the sides with, obviously it's going to line up perfectly, but you'll seam up the sides. So it's a really fun construction, very intuitive, very easy to understand, but also not exactly what I was expecting. So it's been so much fun to work on this. As I'm looking at it though, I'm actually noticing that my handle is like totally not centered. So I think I might have misread the pattern. I will be ripping that out because it's going to drive me absolutely bonkers. Yeah, that's not in the center, friends. That is not the center of the bag. So I will be ripping that out and fixing that little mistake because it would drive me absolutely nuts. Gotta love it when you catch mistakes when you're filming. Oh my goodness, so fun. So anyways, having a blast with this project. Tony's patterns are amazing. There are so many projects in this book that I want to make in the future, so I will definitely be doing that. There's a cardigan that I am itching to make, but I'm gonna wait until fall, and I am so excited to finally make it later this year. It's gonna be amazing. Let's see. Okay, the yarn that I'm using is Knit Picks or We Crochet Big O. I've used this yarn many times before. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's a bulky weight yarn, super soft and squishy and plump. It's just absolutely perfect for teaching crocheting, knitting, crocheting. I love that it's so versatile for all of the yarn crafts. There's definitely some yarns that I just really prefer to either knit or crochet with, and this isn't one of those. I love it equally for all. I will say that I really want to make a blanket. I want to knit a blanket with this yarn, so we'll see. Maybe that's something that I can do this fall as well. I'm definitely going to start working on that and planning it, but it would make such a gorgeous blanket. I've made a stuffed animal with it, a cardigan with it, this bag now. I've made hats, mini hats. It's absolutely perfect for hats. You can get one hat in one, you can get a full hat per one skein. Which is just perfect. I also really want to make some slipper socks with it. So, anyways, it's a really good bulky weight yarn. I definitely want to use it more and more in the future. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that is the only work in progress that I'm currently chugging along on that isn't a design. I do have two, well, technically three designs that I'm working on lately, and then I'll go ahead and share some projects that I'm going to be taking on the trip as well. So, let's go ahead and hop into that. Okay, so the first design that I'm currently working on is so close to being done, and I am kind of sad because I have fully enjoyed making this project. So this blanket is almost complete. I am actually working on the border right now, and I only have like 2 rounds left. It's just a really simple 3-round single crochet border, so I've done 1 full round. I'm working on the second, so it's going to be done very soon. And I am just obsessed with it. It turned out so good. I love this design so much. And I cannot wait to release it. So it's going to be coming out later in June. And it's just going to be amazing. It's such a good size. It's like the perfect throw blanket. But I also think this would be the cutest, like a baby blanket for maybe a nursery or a crib, or anything along those lines. Like, I think it would be so cute for that. I use Knit Picks Brava worsted in 1 skein of Brava 500, which is 500 grams of Brava, the equivalent of about 5 skeins. So I use that for all of the gray stripes. It is the color of Heather. And then for all of these colorful stripes, I used Brava minis. So I purchased a pack, I think it's a pack of 24 in the rainbow, like color spectrum, color selection. They have other options as well, like if you want to buy a full set, but you can also buy the Bravo Minis separately. And I'm using 18 for this blanket. So you can kind of adjust that however you see fit. If you want it to be longer or shorter, you can, have more or less minis included in your blanket. I really personally love the idea of buying a set and then just selecting your favorite 18. That's exactly what I did for this. Originally, I thought I might use all 24, and then I ended up not. So I just kind of altered my plan a little bit and took out a few minis that I just didn't think would fit in as well with this specific project. So if you'll notice, like, all of these colors are, for the most part, really bright. Like, there's this, like, this purple is, like, the darkest, and I really like that that's in there. And then, obviously, we get pretty light here with these pastels. You just kind of want to make it all go together. So, like, in this set, there was a few that I didn't use. I didn't end up using this dark gray. This is Cobblestone Heather. I didn't use this black. And then this set also came with the same gray that I'm using, the Dove Heather. So obviously I didn't use that either because it would have blended right in and it would have been pointless. But yeah, it's been amazing. I have enjoyed this project so much. And I'm definitely really excited to release it soon to you guys. So I'm still working on a name. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm really trying to come up with something that kind of means like bright and cheerful and happy and excited. Like, it's just such a fun project, and I want to kind of make that come across in the name as well. So anyways, it's been a blast to work on this. I'm excited to finish it up. Honestly, probably today I might finish it. We'll see. I don't know if I'll have time to do it or not, but definitely by next week's episode I will have that blanket completely complete, and I'm excited about that. Okay, the next project that I fully finished this week. So I shared it last week. I thought I was done, but I decided to go in and add a single crochet border this week, and I'm so glad that I did. It just finished off so perfectly and beautifully. I just really love the look of a nice finished edge. So this is the Efficient Wrap. It's going to be coming out in June as well, in early June. I will go ahead and put it on for you guys so that you can see what it looks like. It is super oversized and cozy. Just kind of the perfect, like, summer garment. But here's what it looks like on. I am just obsessed with this. It just turned out so cute. Yeah, I really, really like it. So I used We Crochet Billow, which is a 100% cotton yarn. I've talked about it many, many times. It's one of my favorites as well. It's unevenly spun, so the texture that it provides is just so pretty and kind of boho, perfect for any time of the year. But I would say especially summer and spring, just because of the cotton content. It won't be as hot, but it works up so quick because it's bulky. So lots and lots of pros about this yarn, and I fully enjoyed making this project. So stay tuned for that pattern. I've been excited to release it for a while now. It's been an idea that I've wanted to develop into an actual pattern, and I'm so happy that I finally did. And I'm excited to release it. So again, that's going to be coming out in June. June is going to be a really, really big release month. A couple of plans didn't quite work out for May. It was just crazy busy, and then this last full week will be out of town, so I won't have a release this week. And so June is just going to be really busy with pattern releases, and that is very, very exciting. So I hope that you are looking forward to that as well. I will also say that if you join my newsletter subscriber list, you will gain access to a free pattern every single week. So it'll be for my current line, my currently released patterns, and you'll get a free pattern, like a little code that you can use on Ravelry to download that pattern for free. So definitely take advantage of that if you haven't. I will put the newsletter sign up down below if you'd like to check it out. Okay, the last design that I am currently working on, and this is one that I'm going to be taking on our trip, but it is these socks that I'm currently designing with Southern Twist Yarns, which is a yarn shop down in Fairhope, Alabama. So my state, just further south than I am. And I love these socks. So I have finished the first one minus the heel. I am doing afterthought heels, so I haven't done those yet. And honestly, it wasn't practical to do a heel just at the time that it was when I finished the sock. So I just went ahead and cast on the second, and I'll do the heels together later on. But this yarn is absolutely gorgeous. It is Life in Long Grass on her moon sock base, and this is the colorway Tree Bark. And it is just absolutely gorgeous. It's so, so pretty. I designed this really pretty stitch pattern that I think shows off the colors really beautifully, but is also so fun to do. And I think a really good texture for a sock too. Like, it's not too tight, but it's not super loose either. It's gonna be great. So I'm excited to keep working on these. I do have the second one started, and I have finished the cuff and done like a repeat, maybe two, into the leg. So just barely getting started, but it's at the perfect spot now to take with me on this trip. So I'll be working on lots of socks this trip because they're just so good and portable, and I don't have to think about them. It's really nice to just have some projects like that on the go. Okay, so like I said, I am planning on bringing some socks to work on, so I'm going to wind up some yarn this afternoon. I'm going to be making a pair of vanilla socks with Ruby and Roses yarn. This is the colorway Summer Magic. I thought it would be absolutely perfect to take on this trip, so it's so, so gorgeous. All of the speckles and bright colors, so I'm going to be working on those. And then this is by Eden of Crafting Quick and Made. I've talked about her before. She's such a dear friend. And I am going to be using this set from her that she sent me a little while ago to create a new sock design. So I'm going to be designing a pair of socks with this yarn. They're going to be so cute. I am definitely excited to get started on this. This is her Cherries and Caramel color set, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Like, so gorgeous. I am really, really looking forward to casting these on and working on them throughout the next week. We'll see how far I get on all of these socks, because obviously that's quite a bit. Get ready for a lot of sock chatter next episode. But like I said, they're just the perfect perfect project to travel with, and that is my plan. So that's it for all of the Nan Crochet content. I do have a devotion that I would love to share with you guys, or just some words of encouragement, and then a little bit of a life update. So for devotional today, I just wanted to share a song that I have been listening to, and it's kind of become my anthem over the past few months. And honestly, I seriously think I've talked about this song before, but I can't remember, and I looked back at least the last few episodes, just show notes wise, and I didn't see that I had talked about it at least in a while. So the song is called Take Courage. It's by, I believe, Bethel Music, but it is such an amazing song. And one of the chorus of the song says, "Take courage, my heart, be steadfast, my soul, he's in the waiting." And I just think that song personally just relates to so many aspects of my life right now. I'm currently graduating college in August, still figuring out, just next steps, and just trusting God that he's going to provide and open doors that need to be opened, and shut the ones that need to be shut, and that, he'll provide the desires and hopes of my heart as long as they're lining up with his purpose and his plan for my own life. And so whatever season of life that you're in, whether it's a really, really good one or a difficult one that's full of trials, and if it seems there's more trials than triumphs right now, I just highly encourage you to listen to this song. It is such an encouragement. It's so powerful. I'll put a link down below for it. If I can find it as a YouTube video, I'll try to link it. But anyway, it is such a good song. Like I said, I absolutely love it. It can relate to so many aspects, but definitely just in a season of life that is difficult, or even if you are waiting on a specific season of life like I am, it's just so beautiful to continually have that reminder in your mind and in your heart, and to be able to sing it in a way that is glorifying to God, but then also encouraging to you personally. So anyway, I love that song. There's like an endless amount of songs that I could talk about that I really, really love, and I definitely plan on sharing more and more as the episodes go by, but that is definitely one that I have been listening to and will continue listening to for sure. In terms of a life update, last week was crazy. I don't know what happened last week. I was in some sort of just overwhelmed with life moment, I guess, because there were multiple things that I just completely forgot about, and that is not like me. But yeah, it was just a really, really busy week, I think work-wise, and then we're going out of town this week, so I was really hunkering down and getting so much business stuff done so that it can kind of run on autopilot when I'm not here, and not, able to just be at the computer working for hours on end. So yeah, lots and lots of stuff happened last week, but this week we are going out of town tomorrow. Believe it or not, we are so not ready. So not ready. But we are heading up to Kentucky to visit the Ark Encounter and the Creation Museum. So we got tickets from my grandparents to see this in December for Christmas. And so we are making this trip. It's kind of like a really good time. My brother just graduated from high school on Saturday, so it's kind of celebrating that. I'll graduate college in August. It's the beginning of the summer. I am currently off school right now, so we don't have to worry about that. And just work-wise, we came up with a perfect just solution when I'm not here, to watch the girls. So it was so good. And I am really looking forward to this trip. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're all, I feel like at the perfect age to just really understand it and, take it all in and get the most out of it that we can. And it's going to be a really, really good trip. So we'll be gone Monday through Friday. And then, we'll be back for the weekend, which is already becoming jam-packed with things to do. It is just that time of the year for everybody, I think. But really, really good and beautiful season of life, and I'm learning to just treasure it and soak it all in and continue to hope and pray for the promise of future seasons. That is what I'm telling myself currently, at least. I hope that you are having an amazing week full of so much making, or at least as much making as you can fit into your schedule. And I'm excited to come back next week to share all of the sock progress. For the most part, I think is what it will be. It'll probably be a more shorter and relaxed episode, I imagine, because I won't have a ton of time to create this week for sure. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will catch you all again next time. Bye.